7 and welcome back to the channel. Today I am uber excited to bring you this video. My lord, am I excited. This video was meant to be done yesterday, but unfortunately, apparently Satan decided to bring hell to the UK, and it is stupidly hot. It's also really hot today, but unfortunately I can't wait any longer. I'm like a child at Christmas. Absolutely like a child at Christmas. Today I'm going to be giving you my initial impressions on this bad boy. Oh my god. If you can see that, that is the Simagic Evo Pro, and trust me, by God, this is heavy. However, before we start, I would like to thank simracer.uk for helping me actually be able to do this video. This video is done in part with them. The wheel and the wheelbase I'm actually going to be giving you my initial kind of like first impressions before they go on the rig was not provided for free. I did have to buy this with my own money. However, I did receive a small discount for the purposes of review. So thank you very much to Ivan at simracer.uk. Absolutely lovely lad. Thoroughly enjoyed speaking to him. Left a message saying, got some questions, can you give me a call? And I got a call back that very same day. A 10-minute call turned out to be 2 hours. How that happened, I've got no idea. Genuinely got no idea. Thoroughly enjoyed talking to him. We discussed everything from sim racing to hardware to companies to brands to, honestly, you name it, we darn spoke about it. Yeah, thank you very much, Ivan. I really do appreciate all your help when it comes to this. But anyway, we're going to move on to the Simagic Evo Pro. This thing, oh god, it is heavy. I desperately need to do more work in the gym. So initial impressions on this, other than weight, is it's solid, absolutely solid. So on the back, obviously, you will see the USB-B, I believe it is USB-B, which is for connecting the wheelbase to your PC. Below that, you'll see USB-C, which is also for the wheelbase to the PC, but this is for when you want to use USB pass-through. Then you have a bunch of CAN bus stuff for connecting Simagic products to it as well. Then you have your power connector, and then you have the on-off switch. On-off switch isn't like one of those click in and it sticks in and then you push it, it comes back out again. It is just an in-out tactile switch. I'd rather this was on the front, just would be nice and easy. However, they went with it on the back. I'm sure Simagic have the reasons for doing that. I want to touch on, oh god, honestly, the weight of this is just redonkulous. The zero cogging technology. So initially I was going to be doing an unboxing video. My desk is not set up for unboxing. The lighting's just wrong. The camera's crap. So if I'm going to do unboxing stuff, I probably need to fix my stuff. However, the zero cogging technology, it's very smooth when you turn it normally. There's nothing there, really. If you go really slow, you can feel it. But let's face it, you don't get cogging when you turn your wheel on virtually any direct drive wheelbase. So, but yeah, when you turn normally, there's nothing. Perfectly smooth. I've seen people complain or mention the plastic on the top, so this bit here, all this stride here. How often do you touch the front of your base? I don't care about plastic at the front. I don't care about plastic at the back. I care about what force feedback this is going to give me. So the actual main area is all metal. You have your Fanatec standard screw placements here, and then you also have side mounting on each side, which is how I'll be mounting this. So overall impressions, it's a bloody heavy. It is a lot smaller than I had thought. If I put my hand to the back of this, that is the base of my palm, touching the back of it. There's the length of my hand. Now, I've got relatively long hands, to be fair, but this is really small and really heavy. I'm not even joking about that. I'm going to put this down here for a second. Oh, God. And I don't know if you felt that clunk. Maybe you saw it in the camera. But then we come to the part I was nervous about, which is moving away from Fanatec in general. Fanatec is pretty much all I've known since I came into sim racing. So I moved to another company like Simagic. Nothing against Simagic at all, but obviously when you move brands, you get a little bit nervous about it. You're used to one thing, you don't know if you're going to like the other thing. Going from the Formula V 2.5 wheel, which is my favorite wheel I've used, to this one, it was something I'm nervous about. Now, I'm going to hold this up just so you can actually see it. I'm sure everyone is aware of the GT Neo wheel, so I don't think I need to kind of reinvent the wheel here. Excuse the pun.
You're a funny guy.
But this is a sturdy feeling wheel. I mean, if I twist it, I mean, this is all all my strength, and there's nothing, there's no give in that at all. Grips are super comfy, ridiculously comfortable. I really, really do like the fact that they are somewhat bulbous at the back. There's like a, I don't know if bulbous is the right term, but it's got this sticky out bit at the back. Let's go with sticky out bit, which makes it really, really comfortable, particularly if you've got long fingers. On the back, the shifters, these things are silent, like absolutely silent. They feel incredible. That's one of the things I was nervous about. Fanatec are known for their quality of their shifters and the feel of their shifters, particularly on their club sport and their podium range. So I was somewhat nervous about moving away from that, or kind of like how Simagic ones were going to feel. Nothing to worry about. These are fantastic feeling and silent. I don't even think my microphone's going to pick this up. No, nothing. On the back also we have the clutch paddles. So as you can just see here, again, if I'm going to do more stuff like this, I'm going to need different lighting, or I'm going to need to improve my lighting. These have a nice feel. They're not progressive in terms of, obviously, when you squeeze them, it gets heavier. They are just a single weight all the way through. But it's nice to have these on here as well, especially at this price point. The GT Neo in the UK is £295. I'm genuinely impressed. Very, very impressed. The buttons are very, very tactile, slightly plasticky feeling, so they look like they could be quite soft. They're not soft at all, actually. They do have a hard plastic feeling. A definite confirmation you've clicked. Obviously, you can hear that there. Now, what I want to move on to now is the rotary thumb encoders. These are really, really nice feeling. Every single switch on these is just clear. This is definitely better than the Formula V 2.5 ones. So yeah, absolutely no complaints there. We have the two funky switches, which are here. Nice feeling. They've got definite clicks. The end caps are plastic. I wish, to be fair, I wish they were aluminium. That is the nice thing about the Formula V 2.5 wheel I've got. But at this price point, I'm not surprised that they're plastic. But again, they feel really, really nice. Maybe some notching around the edge would have been nice. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to see this on this camera. Again, my lighting setup is not exactly set for this sort of stuff, but they're very smooth. So ideally, some notching here would have been easier to kind of get when you're, particularly when you're wearing gloves potentially. The downside here really is the rotary switches. Very, very plasticky feeling. The clicks themselves feel really, really nice. The actual switches themselves feel plasticky. It's kind of the best way I can kind of describe it. But again, with gloves on, I'm not going to feel that. And also at this price point, you're not going to get aluminium ones. You're just not. So overall, very, very impressed. I had nothing to be nervous about at all. Now, unfortunately, as I say, you're not going to see my initial kind of like unboxing impressions where I was wowed by this wheel, because the lighting's terrible, the camera wasn't in focus, it just all went wrong, and I'm not going to put out that quality video. But that's it, that's my initial hands-on first kind of touch of the Simagic gear I've just got. Yeah, impressed so far, so let's see what's like when it gets in the rig and see how happy I am with it at that point. I imagine I'm going to be thoroughly, thoroughly happy and thrilled and like a kid at Christmas as soon as I power this thing up. I'm looking over at my base now and I'm kind of just thinking it's hot as hell. do I mount this tonight? But well, we'll see. Anyway, until next time, I've been Just Dave, reminding you all to keep it rubber side down, and remember, we do this for fun, so be nice to each other. Till next time, take care.